Now that's Huggie Pacino certified.
Huggy.
New York
I
Starburst.
send chills up spines of fat bitches at the shows handing out sandwiches. I send chills up fat bitches' spines at the shows while handing out sandwiches. That's what you should have put.
I actually got that from a rapper who wrote that in the song. I didn't make that up.
Tell him to rewrite it. But what's up?
Good boy to you. Nobody never read my page like that. That's funny. Memphis, Tennessee. And you?
Oh, Memphis. What kind of food are you guys known for?
Barbecue.
That's what everyone says.
Yeah.
I mean, no, I heard. I know Memphis. Yeah. I thought Texas.
We are the best.
Texas
Texas ain't. They're known for being creative with foods that you barbecue, but we're known for barbecuing in general. We are the best. This has been labeled by.
Eat the mac and cheese, the cheese, the coleslaw, the barbecue ribs, the pork.
Yeah, I'm not a pork guy, but yes. So we're known for blues, modern day rap, barbecue.
I don't know about all the modern day rap, but yeah, you guys are known for something.
I mean, this modern day rap that I'm not really a big fan of. Memphis as a whole, historically, we're responsible for it. Like, yeah, these little young guys, like, I think it's a new group, Suicide. I think it's Suicide Boys.
I think I've heard them.
Yeah, they literally, their whole catalog is based off Memphis style music.
Never really listened to music.
They're actually being sued by 3-6 Mafia.
Why?
And sampling their shit and not giving them proper credit.
Let me look that up. Suicide Boys. Didn't they make a song with Travis Scott or something?
Travis Scott too.
Oh, he's suing them. He's suing him also.
Well, they're not suing Travis Scott, but Travis Scott is also his sound as well. I mean, it's a lot of them. Like, I can go back to ASAP Rocky, that lo-fi, low level, type of sampling. Creepy noises in the background, and this is something that Memphis been doing since the late 80s, early 90s. But people really wouldn't know because they don't know the history. But enough of that. You apparently are from New York, correct?
I sure am.
What part of New York?
Almost hip hop. I'm from Queens.
Yes. I love hip hop. That's my lane. I love the modern day rap, but I'm a boom bap guy.
Mm-hmm.
And you're from Queens, so what is your favorite rap group?
Hold on. 1 second. Who is my favorite rapper?
Your favorite rap group?
I don't have a favorite rap group. I mean, I really don't. Like, today or, old?
In general.
Oh. I don't really.
You really have to think about it. It's the Wu-Tang Clan. Why are you playing? Are you playing? Who's better than the Wu?
I like me some Mobb Deep. I like
Mobb Deep. They ain't fucking with the Wu though. Mine would be
Fair
like
enough.
3 or 4 on my list. Maybe three,
I
four.
think I only really like Method Man.
What?
Maybe
Method Man's not even the
older
best Wu-Tang member.
I don't really know. I don't really know.
Ghostface is
the
the best
man.
MC on the group.
Okay, Ghostface, yeah, but like Method Man, you know.
I say Ghost Ray, Jizza, and then Method. And I might say Method on a good day and then Jizza.
I can't believe he just said that about Method Man. Like Method Man
Man,
literally
Method Man is
went
nice,
into
but
his started doing his own shit and was popping with his own shit, baby.
he just went first. That don't mean he's better.
But come on now, like come on, like you're
He went first. That's all.
I need like come on now.
Keep
What's
his
topping that?
out. Cuban Links. Cuban Links is arguably the best Wu-Tang album ever. Cuban Links, yes. Classic.
I feel like forget that. Your character looks like a don't take offense to this because people be feeling like hurt by everything I say. I'm from New York. You say whatever.
Yeah, y'all rude. Talk this
But
shit.
your emoji, whatever this thing is called, Bitmoji, whatever. He looks like he's been in, you know, like he's been locked up with the feds and he's been doing like a bit, like he's been doing a long ass time, like he's been doing like 10 years plus, and he converted to like Islam. Like that's what you're.
Alhamdulillah. No. Alright, so now this is funny. I like it. It's funny as shit. But no, I've been in jail. I've never been convicted of anything. I'm a taxpaying citizen.
Yeah,
I practice my Second Amendment, so you clearly know I ain't no criminal.
yeah, cause like the gray hat gives me very much penitentiary. Like it gives me very much like be like
I need to take that hat off there. I
like
got a bald head, so I need to take my
like,
hat off there.
gives me
Yeah.
very much like
Don't look like
guard.
Styles P without the beard, with a beard. I
Maybe.
look like I shanked a few people in the yard.
You look like you used to do your work. You used to put in work. But then you turn your life over to Allah, and now you over here preaching on the yard to the younger folks, like my brother.
Oh, you a Muslim now?
Islam, whatever is the way.
And you know what's
to
funny?
go.
I used to be Muslim.
Wow.
That's what's ironic about it.
I be knowing my shit about people without even really knowing them. That's crazy.
You were hot. You were almost there. You were close. It was like no criminal background though. I'm a clean guy.
But you did get locked up at one point.
Now I've been arrested. I ain't never been like.
They won't let me out.
I've been locked up, but I've never been charged with anything. I think the worst thing I did was have a bogus drive-out tag. I got charged with that.
Hi, one listener. What's good? Yeah. But yeah, that's what your emoji gives me. Like, you know? Yeah.
That's different. I've never heard nobody tell me that. I need to take my hat off. I'm gonna take my hat off because I don't want to look like I'm in the yard. You know, I want to look like I'm a regular guy.
That's because.
But if you actually Google me, I actually look like that though. So.
This is so Google. Why would I Google you?
Because you can.
You're a rapper
I don't
or
mind.
something?
I'm a YouTuber.
What you do on YouTube? Because everybody YouTuber.
But ironically, I used to produce music, but I'm not a producer anymore. I used to be a music producer.
What's your YouTube? Oh, it's right here.
It's on my page.
steal your shit.
I'm sorry. Ain't nobody.
So you roast people?
No, I don't roast people. I've had a little fair share of like beefing, I guess if that's what you want to call it, where we go back and forth. I'm more of an entertaining, like when I did beef with guys, or if I do beef with guys, it's entertaining. I never like be like, I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna stab you. I'm not doing all that. Like I'm gonna have fun making
Yeah,
jokes
because
and I laugh and I make it
you're
fun.
mhm.
I
You're
make it fun if
low-key
I'm gonna go
very
back and
much
forth with you.
that people. Yeah. Um, but listen, I'm not done with your emoji. So yeah, so you look like you be like, oh my brother, and then you wear like glasses that aren't really prescribed for you, but you just wear them because it makes you look more knowledgeable. And and then
Right.
you got like hand tattoos, you know, like on the back of your hands, like you got like
And
tattoos, like
tattoos and shit.
yeah, like a
Damn.
tiger or something, and like you know, like that's when you was younger. You got those when you was younger. You didn't really know the right way,
How
and
old are
you
you?
know, Allah saved your huh?
How old are you?
Why? My age? Why?
Why? Because it's the thing to know. How old are you?
I'm 21. Why? What's going
You are
on?
not 21.
Yes, I am.
You sound older.
I sound I sound older.
Mature, yes.
Oh my god. I never really got that
That's a
compliment.
compliment, though.
I got, you sound sexy, you have a smoothing voice, I could fall asleep listening to you talk, you could read a book to me.
Nobody
Like, I
sounds
thought,
sexy.
no, baby.
Nobody sounds sexy. You put a face with
Yeah.
it. I don't know what you look like. This emoji is cute.
Somebody can sound sexy, yes, they could. But, like,
Yeah.
I've been told I should work, like, the sex hotline, like, you know, because I got the
Somebody
sex.
told you that.
Because I got
Nobody
the
got
sex.
a sex hotlines exist. People still call that shit. Like, is there a
Yeah.
thing called a 900 number still?
I don't know, but people still use it.
All the things that we could use and people still call sex lines. That's crazy.
Yeah, you know,
We
sometimes
got porn. We got Pornhub.
some
Who the hell
older
is
men
calling
are,
900 numbers?
some older men are still stuck. I said stuck. Are still stuck in their old time. So they want to do that, and you can't judge them for wanting to do that.
I'm not judging them for that. That's insane that you could just turn on your like with the
Even
grip of your phone. You could go on Pornhub on your cell phone.
listen, inmate 223586789 is probably using them. He's probably
Yo,
over there rubbing them
you did it with the
thumbing.
hand. You said
Yes,
I
he's
like it.
out there handling his business. And you know, they can
Right.
use, like, they be sneaking in phones, like those smartphones, but like, you know, sometimes you can't. You gotta
Yeah, I got people that do that. Yeah, I got
oh
people
well,
that do
don't
that.
tell their
I
business.
got nah,
Don't
I
tell
ain't
their
telling
business
no
on me.
names. I ain't telling no names, but I got people that do that.
Don't do
They
that.
sneak in phones. Yeah, I mean they call me and things of that nature.
Mm,
Anyway,
yup,
so
yup.
so you from Queens, 21. You got any kids?
Kids,
Yes, kids. You know, kids. People your age have children. You know that, right?
kids.
Yeah, kids. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what that is. I don't.
As long as you don't have them, that's great. Just make sure you do it responsibly.
I don't know what those.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the
Newsflash.
little gremlins. Mm-mm. I don't do those. I don't do those. I don't.
Great.
No one's taking my EE. Nobody's
Sprinkle water on
pulling up
them and
on
then
me.
They divide it to twos and threes and tens and shit.
Ain't nobody. Mm-mm. One is two. Two is four. 6 is 20. Mm-mm. Ask me in like 10 more years.
10 more years?
10 more years. Yeah.
Word.
And then in 10 more years, I'm going to tell you to ask me in 10 more years. And then, yeah.
Well, be careful, because you know the odds of 21-year-old girls, they have kids. So, unless you're not sexually active, huh?
Hell no. You hear me?
Oh,
Hell
okay.
no.
I hear you.
Nah.
Nah.
I don't really see myself with a kid. Like, no. I have nieces and nephews. Love them down, but I can't take them sometimes. But yeah. You got kids?
I got one.
How old?
Yeah, he's about to be grown though. He's 15.
Oh. Wait, hold on. How old are you?
I'm 38.
Do the math then.
Now you see why age matters. You were like, why you want to know that?
15. You had it when you was like 22?
Yeah.
Oh.
But I got one. So the average guy that has their first kid at 20 something, early 20s, what they're known to have 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, yo, I learned my lesson. One time is enough. No more. Gotta be responsible about it. Can't just be throwing yourself around like that.
Hello? Amen. Hallelujah.
If I knew what I knew now, I wouldn't even be. If I knew what I knew now, I would have been a lot more careful with this. Who I was quote unquote dating.
Nowadays, people don't want to date. Even the older men, they don't want to date. They just want to bust a nut. And then these people be walking around wondering why their baby mama's so bitter, why she's this, why she's that. You should have made sure you knew who you was laying down with in bed.
Do you think that women should not be held responsible for their pregnancy more than men?
What are you talking about?
It's just a question.
But why does a female have to be held more responsible for a pregnancy if the guy is the one with the nut? I mean, they're both equally responsible for it. I got one
perfect answer why. I got one perfect answer why. Now we're not talking about the pregnancy in general. We're talking about the idea of the 9-month process and the giving birth. That's what I'm talking about. Obviously, the man is responsible for getting you pregnant, but the quote-unquote process. You got a perfect answer. You ready for that answer? When a woman is pregnant, during pregnancy and giving birth, she is held responsible because her life is at stake. You literally could die. You take a risk of losing your life. That's the number one reason why women, when they get pregnant, they need to make sure that is it worth losing your life to the person you lay down with. Perfect answer, isn't it?
Let me tell you something.
Go ahead.
You don't usually just die when you give birth. With birth, you gotta have some like health issues. You know, like
that's
health
not true.
issues for it to be a high risk.
I'm not true. That is not true.
Anyways,
it's not true.
Because those people who are dying
that is
tend
not
to
true.
be black women because of how it's set up for black women when it comes to giving birth. People look at black women like, oh, they're supposed to take pain. Oh, they're strong. They're this and that. Just not too long ago, some black girl died. That's from New York. and she was healthy. She was healthy. She was perfectly fine. How the fuck did she die? She gave the birth was the everything. The pregnancy was perfectly fine. How did she die? And now they're trying to demand justice for her death. I don't know.
The common denominator in anything can cause death by natural causes. You have surgery, and you literally could die doing surgery. It doesn't mean the surgery went bad. You could literally die. It happens.
I don't really know about that. But
But I'm just speaking in general for just simple minor surgeries. Like me myself, I had gallbladder surgery. It's the first time I ever had surgery. Um, I had gallbladder surgery, but they didn't have to cut me open. They had like these three little holes and this small little incision above the navel. And there was a way they removed it. But regardless of going inside a person's body, going under anesthesia and etc., your life is at stake regardless. It doesn't mean that everything went bad. You could literally die, like you could stop breathing and not come back to consciousness.
and
The
why
same
would
thing
you
is what.
stop breathing out of nowhere? There had to be there had to have been a problem that they had missed in their test that they run.
That necessarily it does not mean that something went wrong. Like when you're giving birth, you can literally give birth and then something could go wrong. Your organs could fail. Anything could go wrong. This is a common
But
denominator in pregnancy. Why would that be a debate? This is a common denominator. Of course,
it's not a debate.
typically you don't hear people dying of birth, giving birth. You don't hear it often, but it's a possibility. Every single time that you get pregnant, during the pregnancy, and once you give birth, it's possible. There's no running away from that. And let's just say you're correct. We'll just go with your argument about, well, something
I
got to
don't
go
have an
wrong. You said
argument.
no. That's not a bad word. I wish people stop saying that's not a bad word. If you say argument, that means you presented something that may be valid. It may be invalid. Don't make it a bad thing. You also said that something has to go wrong. Okay, let's just say that's true. You're still putting your life in jeopardy, even if something goes
But
wrong. If you get
doesn't
pregnant,
something have to go wrong for somebody to die? Like something has to happen for that person to lose their life. It can't just be like,
oh,
oh well, she just died.
I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that, but still,
Because
you
giving
still
birth
put
is
your
a
life at
very
risk, even if something goes
stressful.
wrong.
It's a very stressful process, and sometimes people's bodies can't take it. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
It's not an easy
You still
thing.
can't run from the fact that even with what you say and what I say, your life is still at risk, regardless. So when you get pregnant,
It's not a
you have to
tie.
understand. You have to understand. Like just say if I get you pregnant, right? I don't have to worry about nothing you going through in the next 9 months. I don't. I'm not gonna die. I'm not gonna lose my life. I'm not gonna be unhealthy. I'm not gonna be having night sickness and random days where I gotta have something to eat or I lose work. I'm not gonna miss work. Nothing's gonna happen.
But
You have to deal with that.
there's guys who end up gaining weight and stuff like that whilst their partner is pregnant because you start to pick up.
Those are superstitious, stressful things that people say. Like literally, the fact is that a woman when she's pregnant, her life is at risk regardless of the fact. Period.
You said those.
Debate. It's no way around it. Even if something goes bad, still is her. So that should be a good enough reason.
So what's your
No,
point
like
with
you have to
this?
make sure you have to make sure a man is even worth going through that process. But
Of
nobody thinks of it
course.
that deep. Nobody thinks of it that deep. It's just so simple. Oh, I got pregnant. I'm gonna keep the baby, and then woo, and then you do it, and then typically you hear stories because I know you from Queens. You typically hear these stories about these girls that's done that shit 5 times. You know how crazy that sounds? Like you literally laid down your life not 5 times, and you're still alive because you gave birth after birth after birth after birth.
Mhm.
All I'm saying is, as a woman, they should think: is my man that I'm with willing to go through that process? Nobody thinks
But
of it
you
like that.
said that they're not going through a process though.
No, I said women are. I never said men don't.
No,
I
you
said is
said but you just said, is my man willing to go through that process?
no, no.
What
I was
process
saying,
is
am
he
I
going
worth
through?
going through the process for my man? Is what I'm saying. That's what I said.
Oh, I don't really think people are, because some people just want to have a baby. They don't necessarily
Exactly.
want a
Nobody thinks of the
man.
consequences. They don't. Like,
But
okay,
there's people who are willing to
people
take.
go out here and do people go out here and do sell drugs. They don't think about, man, if I go to jail, I could probably do 20 years. And this is why a lot of these guys are not they're not sturdy
People
enough to
don't
stand
think
their
about
ground
it
and be
because
honorable. Because once you
it's
get
not
thrown
making money.
15, 20 years, you're going to snitch because you don't think about the consequences. The reason I don't sell drugs is I know the consequences behind it. It's
I think
easy
they
money.
know the consequences. It's just they're money hungry and they need the money. You know what I'm saying?
If these
So
people knew the consequences, we wouldn't have rats.
they know. I mean, how could they not? How could I mean? How could they not know about the consequences when this shit's been going on for decades? I mean, it's like somebody touching a hot stove and they get burned, and then they turn around and say, "Ow, why did that burn me?" It's like, bitch, it's hot. People were burning stuff on the stove for years. What the fuck do you mean you didn't know? So technically, people do know the consequences. That's why they're always looking over their shoulder when they do crimes. But sometimes they slip
People will
up.
be more honorable, and they're not honorable, not as they used to be. This is nothing new.
Sometimes
I
they
mean,
slip
shit,
up.
they been snitching since Sammy the Bull, so nothing new.
I mean, somebody was just trying to break into these cars out here in my street. They know the consequences of doing
Exactly.
such a thing like that. Like,
Right. See how easy that is.
yeah.
You see how easy. You see how easy you said that. Now back to these women. I like going back to it. Why don't you say that about the women that get pregnant?
I want you to get off my women because, like I said,
I
there's
love, I
women
love, I love, I love
who,
women, but I
who.
love for them to understand the pros and cons of having random children.
But I'm trying to understand like what your whole thing is. Like, there's females who get pregnant because they want to have a baby. They want to be a mother. They don't need
I
a
never said
guy
they
to
shouldn't.
support them
I
or
never
none
said
of
they
that
shouldn't.
shit. They could do it on
I
their
never said they
own.
don't.
I
I
don't
never
know what
said
you're
that.
talking about.
You saying stuff I never said. Why you say that? I never said that.
Because I don't get like what you're getting at. Like, women need to understand the
Pros and
consequences.
pros and cons. Like you should
What?
be like this. Okay, what I'm saying is that you should know the pros and cons about who you lay down with. Is it worth it? And most people don't. Most women don't think about the pros and cons. They just have it. This is why a lot of them don't have good men or good fathers. Like if you knew that if you just got a house and you tried to buy the house and you put down on the house
So you're.
and you're not going
I
to be
I
able to
think I know
afford.
what you're
No, no,
saying.
no,
I
no, hold
think
on.
I.
Yeah,
Let me get
yeah,
it.
okay, go ahead,
Let me get
good,
it.
go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
I think I know what you're saying. You're saying that girls have babies with these guys and then they turn around and say, "Oh, why did I have a baby with you?" Or they were like, "What do you like?" They have the baby and then they realize the responsibility and then they regret it. I don't know if you're getting it like that, or they
Oh,
like
but
they.
the responsibility is after the consequence. The consequence is that okay, you did make it through the whole pregnancy, and now you're able to live. But most people don't understand is that everybody doesn't live during pregnancy. Some die. Hell, some babies even die.
Right.
You know, like
So
like if I was a woman, let me tell you, if I was a woman and I thought, damn, for 9 whole months, I gotta go through all this pain, I gotta go through all this stress, sleep, and can't go to work, and if I do go to work, I can't do too the it depends on what type of work I do. Because if I work at FedEx, I can't do that job. You know, I can't do this. I can't drive around like I want. And then when it's time to have this baby, goodness, if you have a natural birth, whew, who really wants to go through that? And then to know that the man that I'm willing to do this for, because remember, if it takes two, you got to think, damn, is my man really worth it? This is why, as women, I care enough to say that, because this guys out there don't think that deep about it. But it's women that don't even think that deep. Women should be thinking that deep about it.
But there are... Okay, so now I get it. You want women to take this... You want women to realize who they're laying down with in bed. That's what you're getting at?
Absolutely. I think that
All right.
makes sense.
And I think they do realize who they're laying in bed with, but sometimes they just don't want to admit it. Or the guy that they're with is putting on a facade just to get into their pants. Now, I don't think females are just out here letting guys nut in them without knowing, like, hey, this could be my consequence. No, like, hey, I could end up being pregnant. Like, I don't think there's no female who doesn't just think about it. People have kids to be spiteful. People have kids because they think they're in love. People have kids people have kids because they just want to have a kid. Like, I have friends who just want to be pregnant. They don't give a fuck who the baby daddy is. They just want to have
How many of them married? How many of them married?
So you're worried about marriage? Like, what?
No, I'm asking you. I'm asking you. How many of them married? I'm just asking a question. How many of them married that you know?
Well, they're young, like you said, 21. People are having kids.
Young enough to have a baby and not get married? No. Young enough to have a kid but not married.
You don't need to be married to have a baby.
I'm not saying you don't. You don't. Obviously. And you know what? You don't have to have. And you don't have to be. Hold on. You're right. You're right. But you also don't have to have the full mental capacity to be a parent either. Are you aware of that?
But you don't have to be a single parent just because you're not married to the person. There's people.
You know what I just said? You don't have to have the full mental capacity to be a parent either. And you don't have to be old enough to be a parent. You could be 15 to be a parent. Did you know that? You might not be held responsible as a parent.
You could be any age, but you gotta be mature and financially stable to have a kid. A kid is not like a chia pet.
You don't have to be financially stable to have a kid.
Yes,
you could be 15. If I just told you you could be 15 and have a kid, who's gonna put the financial stability on a 15-year-old?
Struggling. You're gonna be.
Who's gonna put the financial stability on a 15-year-old? It falls on a parent in every state.
But I don't get what you're getting at. Like,
I don't know. You brought up Ing. No, you said Ing. I said no. That's not true.
You're bringing up different things. You just said shouldn't females take responsibility for who they lay in bed with? But I'm telling you, there's females who do know.
I was just giving you different scenarios that it's not just about marriage.
And they understand. And you're talking about marriage, but there's people who
marriage should be top quality. Why not?
There's people,
you said they're too young. You said they were too young to get married, but they're not young. They're too young to have a baby.
But why? I'm saying people are too young to have kids, period. If you are under the age of whatever, you should not have a kid. No, because what the fuck? If you're still living with your parents, what the fuck are you doing with a kid? You should get your shit together before you lay down and have a baby. Duh.
You're 21. You don't know young girls in school that have babies. You don't.
That doesn't matter. If I don't.
It does. It's a question. It's a question.
No, it doesn't matter because there's cases where people.
What you mean it don't matter? Huh?
There's people that have kids at a young age. They got raped or whatever. They were being young. They're being high.
Statistically, people getting raped and having kids is rare.
And okay, but it still happens. So don't try to.
I'm like people, they die having babies too, right?
I'm talking.
You won't say that though, right? No. No, if you said they have them. Like people get raped and they get pregnant, just like people die during pregnancy. But it's still rare in both cases.
It's Listen to what I'm saying.
But you never answered the question about the. You never answered the question about the young girls that you've seen in high school yourself.
What are you talking about?
You didn't answer
Can
the
you
question.
pick one?
That's why you
Can
keep
you
saying you
pick?
know what I'm talking about. You
No,
never
because I'm
answered
trying
the
to answer
question. It
the
was a simple question.
question.
You
I'm
never
trying.
answered
No,
it.
see,
You
there you
dodged
go.
it.
I'm
You
trying to
dodged
answer
it.
the question. I'm
Okay,
trying
go
to
ahead.
answer the
For
question,
the
and you
third
keep
time,
on
go ahead.
interrupting me. You keep
For
on
the third time,
interrupting
go
me.
ahead.
I'm trying to talk, and then you bring up marriage.
For the
Then you
third
bring up
time, go
young
ahead.
age, and then you're like,
For the
"Oh,
third
no,
time, go
that's the
ahead. I'm
funny
waiting on the
shit."
answer. You never answered, but for the third time, go
I don't
ahead.
know what the question is anymore because you keep on bringing up
Exactly.
off-topic shit.
This is where you
No,
asked me
because you
what was the
keep on
question because you don't remember it.
you keep
You
on
didn't listen to me.
interrupt. No, I was
How did I
listening to you,
interrupt
and
something you didn't answer?
I asked you to clarify the question, and you
You
kept on
just you asking
bouncing
me now
from
to clarify
other
the question.
topics to other topics,
You're
and I
asking
kept
me
on
now to
trying
clarify the
to.
question. You didn't
I'm
say that at
trying.
first.
I was trying to ask you to repeat the question. Give me
You were trying
examples
to.
of what you're trying to get at because you don't know how to word yourself properly. That's what I was trying to.
Wow. So
That's
you
what I
didn't
was
listen,
getting
but
at.
I didn't word myself
But
properly? That's an
you didn't
insult.
word yourself properly because I kept on
But you
asking
didn't
you
hear the
to
question. You didn't understand. You didn't
clarify.
hear what I said. So how did I word myself wrong?
But then
Now you don't. You're not even making sense now.
I said, no, I am making sense. I said
You
to
said
you,
I
I
didn't
said
hear the
to myself,
question. Now you said you
see,
didn't
there you go,
understand the
interrupting
question.
me. Now you're
No, no, no. You're not.
interrupting me.
No,
Now
you
you're
can't just say
interrupting me.
something that I
Every
didn't
time
say
I try to
and then just
talk,
make up
you
something.
interrupt
So you
me.
just want to
Can I
make up
tell you?
stuff and
Can
then
I
say
tell?
I'm being
Oh
rude.
my god! Oh 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 my
So
god!
you're
Oh my
just
god! Oh
making
my
up
god! Oh
stuff
my
and then
god!
saying I'm rude.
I repeated what you said, and I asked you. I said, "Is your question? Is your question that?" It wasn't even a fucking question. You said that females
Now it
should be
wasn't even a question. You said
responsible.
5 different things.
You
Like, can you
said
make up your mind?
females. You said females. You said
Oh wow.
females should be. You said females should be responsible for who they end up pregnant, who they end up having a kid with. Right? That was your. That was your shit. That was your shit, right? Because I'm pretty sure
No,
that's what you
that wasn't my
said
shit.
earlier.
But keep
So
going.
what
That
was
wasn't
it?
my shit.
So what was it?
It-
So what was it?
that I think this is the part where that wasn't the correct statement that I made. But go ahead. I'm gonna let you
Okay,
have
so
that.
what
That's
was?
what you think I.
So was it a
That's what you
statement
think I
or a
said.
question?
Go ahead.
Was it a
If
statement
that's
or
what
a
you think I
question?
said,
Was
then
it a
go ahead. Because
statement
that
or a
wasn't
question?
exactly what I said.
Was
But
it a
go right ahead.
statement? So tell me
Ah,
what you
ah.
exactly said. Because I've been
I
asking
said
you
I
to
what?
say it for a minute now.
What was that again? What was that?
Say
I didn't hear you.
say the statement again. What was the statement? Or the question, whatever it is.
It wasn't that. That wasn't the question I
Okay,
asked.
so say it.
But nah, just don't do that no more. Cause that was like
So
10,
what
20 minutes ago. That was what you talking
so
about
what
now was
was
20
it?
minutes ago. It was 20, 30
So
minutes
what
ago.
was
It
it?
probably was that long
No,
ago. It was
because
a long time
I'm
ago.
pretty
How
sure
long you
you
been
said you
talking? It
wanted
had to be 20,
I'm
30. So
pretty
that was the
sure you
beginning.
said
That
you
was the
wanted to
beginning of the
I'm
discussion.
pretty
That was the
sure you
beginning of the
wanted
discussion.
I'm pretty sure you said I want to continue talking about women. That's what you said. When we were talking about something else, you
No,
brought
I
back
said
women.
no, no, no,
And then
no. I
you
only.
said you started
There
bringing
you
up
go.
how
Now you
females
said something else I
die
didn't say.
during birth
You
and
said something
this
else I
and
didn't say.
that,
But
and
go
now
ahead.
you're talking about oh they should be getting married. So what the fuck is it that you want me to answer? Because I'm so
I,
confused on what you
I,
want me to answer.
I didn't say they should be getting married. I said they should want marriage before they have kids to be
But
sure
why?
they don't go through the process.
What does marriage what does marriage do? You get the
Exactly.
last name, you get the
Okay,
papers,
okay. I get
whatever,
it.
whatever,
It gives
and
you somewhat
then
of a.
what? The
You
nigga
just
can
asked the
still
question. Can
step
I
out
answer
and
it?
cheat
You just
on
asked the question.
you.
Can I answer it? Or you just gonna answer it for me?
It wasn't really a
Okay, answer my
question. I
question
wasn't
for
really
me. Go
looking for
ahead.
an
Go
answer.
ahead. It was
I wasn't really
rhetorical.
looking for an
Okay, go
answer.
ahead.
You asked me
Exactly.
a
It's a
question
rhetorical
and I'm
question. So go
answering
ahead.
with the question.
That's not the question I asked, but go ahead.
So
That wasn't even the
when
question I asked. But
you literally just said shouldn't people get oh my god, bro.
no, that wasn't.
You just
That's not my
now.
question. No, that wasn't.
You
That
just
wasn't my question.
now. Okay, so what
Hmm?
was the question? What was the
That
question?
wasn't my question. I don't know
So
where to
what the
go with
fuck
this.
was the
'Cause you
question? Now
just
you're getting me pissed off.
why you yelling?
Why
Why
you
you
getting me
cursing at
mad?
me? Like,
Cause
look at
what
being
was
mean.
the
Look being
question?
mean to me.
My nigga, I'm asking you what the fuck is the
I
fucking
have a
question. You're
name.
not
My
fucking
name ain't
saying the
Nooka.
fucking question. You're not answering the fucking
Uh,
question.
why you cursing at
You're not
me? Being
giving
mean
me
to
the
me.
fucking
Stop it.
question. I don't give a fuck. I
Rudolph
don't
don't
give a
curse
fuck.
at people.
I don't don't give
Why
a
you got
fuck. Fuck
you
Rudolph.
got the red
'Cause
nose
now you're gonna be pissed off. Hold on.
how am I getting you pissed off because you didn't answer the question I asked?
Cause I'm about to get into
You about to get
like
what?
trolling or something.
Am I
Wait, I got
trolling?
something for you. I got something for you. Hold on.
You got something for me? What you gonna
Or
shoot me?
maybe
Oh
you just
shit!
didn't graduate high school.
She better get the strap.
Maybe you didn't graduate high school.
What you mean? Did I graduate high school?
No. Ain't nobody
Huh?
getting the strike. Ain't nobody getting the strike.
What?
Because I keep on.
You want
I
look?
keep
You
on
want my
asking
government
you to say
name?
the fuck.
You want my government
I
name
keep
so you
on
can look me
telling
up?
you to say.
Hold on,
No
wait.
one said
Because you
anything
said
about
because you keep
government.
throwing these insults. Now you saying that I graduated high school? Like what the hell?
Baby boy, I'm just asking you to
I'm a
fucking
grown
repeat.
man. Nothing boy. There's nothing boy about me.
I'm just
sorry.
asking you to repeat the fucking
You asking
question.
or asking me?
What is so wrong? Maybe it sounds fucked up because I'm in the mic, but yeah, I'm asking you to repeat the fucking question from the beginning that you swear that you asked, but you didn't ask no fucking question, bitch. You just made a fucking statement that women should get married before, because you're getting me frustrated. You're getting me frustrated. You already said that I'm from New York.
Please.
So why you keep?
I didn't say that. I said y'all rude,
bro.
You're beyond rude.
Why you playing these games with me? We was kikiing, you know. I was
now
saying
playing games.
something.
I should have wrote this shit down. How many insults have you thrown at me?
You taking it a little too far.
No, these insults. I ain't throwing no insults at you.
Listen.
You don't listen too well. You don't pay attention, but throwing insults at me.
I never said I was Barney. I never said
you don't listen.
I never
you don't
said
listen.
That. I never
the
said
last time I checked in a dialogue, you need to listen. You don't listen.
You're doing this
but
to get
but you calling me
listeners.
bitches.
I don't know what it is.
Trust me, I don't need stereo.
I don't know what it is.
I don't need listen. No.
But
I can go to YouTube if I want to listen.
I'm
thank
gonna
you.
say.
And I actually know people I can go call if I want somebody to listen to me. I can go call like 20, 30 different people if I want to be listened to.
One more time.
One more time. Go ahead.
What was your question?
Never mind about the question.
Never mind about the question.
Is that better? Is that better? I'm done with the question.
You're done with it? Okay, so stop being loud in your bathroom.
I like Starburst. I'm actually at work. There's a brick wall and I'm in the office. Thank you very much.
Well, I don't know. There's like an echo.
I'm at work. It's an echo because I'm at work in an office building.
Oh, okay. That's cute. I love that you're in an office building. Get that money. Get that money.
Yeah.
No.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you were talking about how women should but are you married?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Are you married?
What is that?
Are you married?
What is this? What's that? What is that?
Are you married?
I would like to know what that is before I continue the discussion, if you don't mind. What is it? What is that? What is the No, I'm not married.
It's gonna be me punching your fucking face, bitch. Are you fucking married? That's what I keep on asking.
Why you gonna punch me? You got the Rudolph red nose and you got the reindeer ears and the nose. Why would you punch me?
Now you're getting me mad.
Why would you punch me? You got the Rudolph nose and the reindeer ears. What are you doing?
Troll and shake. You trying to?
I ain't even do anything. I gave you an answer. What the hell?
Thank you for watching. Make sure you hit the like button and make sure you subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell to receive all notifications from Huggie Pacino. In the description box, you can find all 10 channels. HP Media 1 and 2 are the 2 new channels. You can also subscribe to my dog Julio and Huggie Pacino 1 through 6. And there's also a Huggie Pacino Effect throwback channel. And you can also contact me via email and phone. And if you would love to donate to the channel, here's where you could donate. Cash App and PayPal. The link's on the screen.
Donations. Gifts.
Huggie Pacino certified.